Softball season, it is almost that time. Get ready. Let's get it. Let's go. Jenna Hall is with us ahead of the 2025 season. Year 3 for you, Coach Hall.
Year 3, yeah, year 3.
How are you feeling?
Went by in a blink. It's fun to be here. Yeah, I'm excited. It's crazy to think now we're going into year 3 with our staff and this team, together, but just really excited to get back out there.
Yeah, tell everybody out there what to expect from this particular team in 2025.
Yeah, I think, some new faces, some veterans, some returners that you've seen before, also some new faces, new additions to our pitching staff specifically, 2 freshmen in Allie and Anna, so those will be new faces out on the mound that you'll see, but just a really good balanced group of veterans and new players, a couple transfers, Colleen, who came from Central Arkansas, and Ashley, who came from Jackson College up in Michigan, so about 9 new faces out of a roster, but a lot of returners too. Yeah.
You think about the growth since you got here as a head coach from year 1 to now year 3. What are you most proud of with what's been built since you got here?
I think we're still in that process. Obviously, we've had 230, plus win seasons, which is always an accomplishment. I think when you can finish that high up in the win column, it shows that you're putting something consistent out on the field that is repetitious and winnable, right? And so I'm excited about that. Finishing second, we're super grateful that we've had 2 solid years in the MAC, of finishing in the top 2 and, always looking to see what the next step is for us. But right now, just focused on getting better every single day, but just really proud of the culture that we're creating, the group of players that we've had and that we've recruited into here, and the players that have played for us the last 2 seasons too. Proud and grateful for all of them and everyone that's been part of it the last few years.
Yeah, let's dive into specific position groups, starting with the pitching staff. You mentioned some of the new faces, but you think about what was last year. You had a 2.90 ERA as a team. That was best in the Mid-American Conference. We're talking about it. So what's the next step for this group with someone like a Skip Miller and Mikey Living, a dynamic duo, and then you add some other pieces and Keegan Moore as well?
Yeah, I know Keegan's back, fresh and healthy and ready to go, which is great to have her back in the mix. And this year we've added Allie Myers, who's a freshman, and also Anna Wise, a freshman, both from the state of Ohio, which we're super proud of and representing our state. And so Anna's a lefty, Allie's a righty, just 2 completely different pitchers, and also complementary to what we already have, within Skip and Mikey and Keegan. Again, 3 very different pitchers, and adding 2 very different pitchers to that group, feeling healthy and strong at 5 deep is really exciting. We've never really had that many on this staff that have been healthy, and you never know with season, but we keep our, positives to keep everybody healthy. But 2 just great additions. I think you're going to see them, from time to time out in the mound, and just again to add to the great staff that we've had the last few years, and had a great year on the mound last year. Really strong efforts between Skip, Mikey, and Ellie when they were, Ellie who graduated last year, and so I think just continuing to see what else we can do. Right, it's always about the next step forward and how we can maintain success, but also keep progressing in a good direction.
Love that. The lineup is going to be. We're going to love the lineup this year from top to bottom. When you think about what it is that makes this lineup special and the offense, what do you think it is going into the season?
Yeah, I think last year I think what we saw a lot of was just really competitive at bats, low strikeout numbers, us getting on base as much as we can, and so I think with the veterans we have returning and then the fresh new faces that we have that have been added to our lineup, I think we're fast, we're athletic. We hit the ball to the gap really, really well. We've also got power in the mix, but also a speed element that I think really sets us apart in a lot of ways. And so I'm just excited about the combination of all the things that we have. And every single one of our hitters has their strengths. Nothing's similar up and down the lineup. And I think we can put a lot of pressure on defenses. 1, to get us out, and 2, just to keep us from scoring runs. Yeah.
Defensively, from the outfielders to the infielders and even behind home plate, you have a leader in Emma Hoffner behind home plate, a veteran presence that's so vital. What's the strength of the defense in your eyes? Yeah,
I think Emma's obviously been a great leader behind the plate. She had a great all-region year, accolade year last year. We're super proud of her. And the nice thing is we've got her behind the plate. We've got Lauren up the middle, another senior leader who's got a lot of time and experience behind her, and then Cece Keitel, who's a senior in the outfield too. So we've got really good leadership up and down the field. Skip obviously has been here going into year 3, so she's been leading in the bullpen. And so we've got just a really good combination of that. I think defensively, again, our athleticism and our speed really shows up because we can run the gaps down, we can cover the holes, and just really keep the other offense, off the base as much as possible. But I think all that combined, there's a lot of good depth, a lot of good experience, and just really good leadership and knowing what they need to do out there.
Cece making crazy plays in the outfield. She made one on the turf field over at Peden, and that was back in the fall. We got it on film. That was crazy. I mean, and then Izzy Wilson as well, and the rest of the outfielders are strong.
Yeah, and Belle Hummel's back. Last year she was down with some injury last year, and we didn't get to see her as much as her freshman year when she had a fantastic breakout year. And so she's back in the outfield, and she's the best she's ever looked. And just really excited about the catches that all of them can make. And just even Alexis Book is one of our freshmen who came in the outfield, just fitting right into the mix. Maddie Wilcox, who's a senior, she's having an amazing offensive start to this spring, and she's been looking really, really good. So there's just a lot of they're making it hard on me, which I think is every coach's goal, and I want them to make it as difficult for me to put something together, and for the ones that are going to continue to work. And we've got such a good combination of players, and I think more than anything right now, the culture and the vibe and the close-knitness of this team is the best it's ever been, and they really do invest in one another, and they know that this is a team sport and that we all have to give it together, and they've been really fun to see kind of like glue and really become a family. Yeah,
season will be here before we know it. It's the weather outside isn't exactly it's not ideal, which is why we're inside. Temperatures have hit the single digits here in the month of January, but you all are making things happen inside.
Yeah, always. All of us up north know what it takes to get into an indoor facility and make it work. So they've been after it, and they get a day off tomorrow, which they're really excited about. But they've been grinding for about 2 weeks now, and we're 2 weeks out from tomorrow. Is our first game. So yeah.
Tell us about the schedule really quickly. Like what do you think about the schedule that you've put together before conference play?
Yeah, I think for us, like, we lost a lot of senior veterans last year, and Tori and Yaz and P and Sid, like, they all had a significant amount of playing time over the years, and so knowing that, like, we had some new faces, some new people stepping into roles, like, it's still a balanced schedule like we've always done, like some really, really hard competitive games and some that we feel like are good competitive winnable games, and so starting out we go to Elon. I think we've got UConn there, and Greensboro, who we played twice last year, like a really good program, and same thing in Elon, a really good program, and so we're excited to get out there. I think first week is going to be tough. It's going to be challenging, and we'd rather do it early so we can figure out who we are, and then we go out to U of A out of Arizona, so going out West Coast, and again, 3 teams against Fullerton and South Alabama and Arizona, who all went to postseason last year.
NCAA tournament,
Yeah, all of them went to the NCAA tournament. So again, another experienced group that we're going to compete against. But again, we're going to figure out who we are, and we love to be challenged here at Ohio. Like, our team loves it. They really embrace the challenge. They really want to get out there against these teams that see postseason on the regular. So we'll go out there and then come back, down south, Charleston, and we go to George Mason for a couple, and then Lipscomb, Mountain Nash, all over. We can just point at the map. So we're excited about a challenge, but winnable. I think it's going to be a really good balance.
All right. Well, best of luck this season,
Jenna. Thank you so much, Sam.
And be sure to follow along all season long. OhioBobcats.com. Let's go.
Let's go. Roll Bobbies.